For a lot of people though, I don't think this bag is going to work. There are a lot of versions of the Capucines in the bigger sizes that I'm probably not going to be interested in. One thing I will say when you're using it, this is a little bit annoying. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to share with you my opinion on the 5 classic handbags from the 5 probably top luxury brands for producing handbags. This video idea came from the very lovely Dale from Dale's Addiction. We thought this would be a great video idea to share with you my view on these classics from someone who you wouldn't traditionally think would be a classic handbag lover. But before we do, let me share with you today's sponsor of the video, and it is NUME hairstyling tools. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you might have realised that over the last number of months my hair has went from being always perfectly straight thanks to a straightening iron to now being quite curled and wavy in a lot of my videos, and it's because I've been trying out this product. NUME reached out to me and asked if I would like to try any of their professional hairstyling tools, and I said yes thank you please. I would like to try the curling one because I wanted to try out this look. Now they have 3 different sizes. They have a smaller one and a larger one, but I went for the medium one, which was the 25mm, and this is the type of curl it has created. I've been using this for some time, as you have saw. I have used it with a tighter curl, I have used it with a looser curl, either putting my hair very tight round it or very loose. This is very, very easy to use. I went for the pink version, shock. They do have this in a lot of different colours. You can choose the one that works best for you, and they also have the one that has the little clip on it that when you curl your hair you clip it in and it holds it in place. I find that a little bit awkward. I'm not as good as using that, so I went for the traditional classic curling wand, which is this one. This is the box that it comes in, which I think is pretty funky looking, and then this is the tool as it comes. Now one of the things that's great about this is this swivels. So whenever you're curling your hair, if you're like me and a bit awkward, when you're curling it, it doesn't matter how you get your hand or where you're putting your hand, or if you, that's what I actually look like when I'm doing it, or if you get it tied up in knots, because this moves. So whichever way you are, your hand is working, you're going to be able to hold the curl. It takes a couple of seconds, and that's all it takes to create this. This is actually so quick. I have been wearing my hair curled. You've seen it in so many videos because it's actually quicker for me to curl it now than it is to straighten, because this works so quickly. Because this does get hot, it comes with this glove. I put this on the glove on the hand that's going to curl my hair. So if I'm wrapping this around the barrel, the hand that's going to hold the hair in place, I put the glove on because this gets very, very hot. It tells you on the box, it gives you in the warning, don't put it close to your skin and curl away from your head, because it does hold a lot of heat. It does have technology on it though to be frizz free, and I have definitely can account for that. My hair hasn't been frizzy with it, and it has technology to hold in the moisture, and again I haven't had excessive breakage or damage. I haven't been told off by my hairdresser or any of that, so I do think that that has been working very well. You've seen the results over the videos. You can see it today. This is done with this. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. I did this morning, and this is still in my hair. Personally, I have got on with this very, very well. It has made styling my hair very quickly. It has held it. I think it's looked really well, and I have got no hesitation at all about sharing this with you in today's video and saying that I think it is a really good product. I'm going to leave their details in the description box down below. I'm also going to leave the discount code so as you can check them out, and anything else you want to ask me about this, just come into the comment box and I will try to answer your questions for you. Now on to the classics from the top 5 houses. Let's start with the Birkin, because isn't she the handbag that lots of people are talking about, that lots of people want to get? Cassie Thorpe recently put out a video on why does everybody want a Birkin, and then she got a Birkin a couple of days later. I have a Birkin. I would not be someone traditionally for handheld bags, for bags that are very classic, but I think the beauty of the Birkin, if you're asking me my opinion, is that you can get this bag in the different sizes, in the different colours. That is if you can get one. Obviously these are hard to get. I did not get mine from the boutique. I do not have that offer, if we don't want to go down that route talking about the journey, but I've not been offered a Birkin from the boutique. I bought mine from a reseller. I have lots of videos talking about that. The beauty though, if you are in a position to get one, is you can pick a colour that works for you and a size that works for you. So by going for the Rose Papri and this very deep purpley pink, which is my favourite colour, and going for the Birkin 25, which is the smallest, that has made this work for me. It has made it look, I think, in my opinion, a lot less classic. It has made it look a lot more fun. I use this very, very casually. Today I am wearing jeans and a jumper and we're getting a visitor. Now that my little visitor has left the room. By picking a colour that works and is bright and is fun, by picking the smallest size in this, I have found this really works for me. I find this isn't overly classic looking. I find that it can be made very casual. I find that it can go with anything. I find that this bag is so much more usable and wearable than I thought it was. Now, there's obviously versions of this that you can get that you can make look very, very classic. You can buy the neutral colours. You could get a larger one. I actually did have in my mind, although I'm not buying one, but a larger one of these in a neutral colour for work would be fabulous. It would look amazing. That sort of look is very classic, and I'm not going to buy a Birkin for work, so that's not going to happen, but it would look very classic and very traditional. But I do think that if you have the option to pick a choice of a colour, that this can really work for somebody that wouldn't be so much a classic lover. For me, I have got on with this fabulously. I love her. I love her. We have a relationship, and this wouldn't be something, a handheld bag that's a granny looking bag, some people would describe this as, very old fashioned looking bag. I think by changing up the colour, changing the size, I think this is very fun. It gives it a very different look. I think it can be so casual as opposed to being a kind of elegant looking bag, and I think this as a classic is fabulous. I really, really love it. Much more than I probably thought that I would. Easy to use, definitely a winner for me. Next, let's go to the Chanel Classic Flap, and I have quite a number of videos on this. I have a video on the reasons why you shouldn't buy this. I have a video on the recent Chanel price increases, which I think are crazy. And I have to say, I don't think this bag is for everyone. I think unless you are someone who loves the aesthetic of this bag, who loves the look of the classic Chanel Classic Flap, I don't think this bag is for everyone. I think that it's fussy and difficult to use. Mine has had the chain extended, although obviously chain lengths are very personal. But for me to be able to use this comfortably under my arm, or for me to be able to wear this crossbody, I got this chain length extended. I think that this bag has a particular audience, and I don't think it's for everyone. I also think with the recent price increases, the price of these new retail is absolutely crazy. This is over £9,000 now. I just think that rules me out from a new one of these from the boutique. I personally love this bag. I have two of them. I have this one in the black one I use for work, which is why I like to be able to wear it crossbody. I have the pink over there from the 19S collection. I haven't extended the strap on that yet. I've used that bag once because it's harder to use. For me, a bag that is shoulder only is harder to use, although I think it looks fab when I do use it. I don't think this is for everyone. If you're someone like Just We Lou, for example, who's a friend of mine here on YouTube, I think she is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. She loves the Chanel Classic Flap. She is small, she is petite, she can wear it crossbody at its normal length. She styles it very, very well. It goes very well with her aesthetic. She's always going to love that bag. That aesthetic is for her. For a lot of people though, I don't think this bag is going to work, and I think now with the price of them, you need to fall into the category of Lou, who absolutely loves these bags, loves the Chanel Classic Flaps. I think, in my opinion, to be spending this amount of money on a bag, I think there's a lot of people who could buy this bag and be disappointed by it, think that it's not the be all and the end all they thought it was going to be, and it's not the bag of dreams, and that it's not that easy to use. It does have the double flap, which keeps the shape but makes it quite heavy. It does make it quite difficult to get in and out of. It doesn't hold that much even for a medium, and when you think of the price of it, I think you need to absolutely adore this bag now to be spending this sort of money. I will link the video above on the reasons not to buy one of these bags, and I would check that out if you're considering one of these. I love them. I'm not saying I don't love the Chanel Classic Flap. If I had lots and lots and lots of money, I would buy this bag in different colours. I would love a bright yellow. I would love a bright purple. I would love a bright orange. I would have a candy store of them if I had lots and lots of money. But I don't, so I have to make sensible choices. So with these bags and the amount of times I can use them and other options that they are now, I need to go and find those colours somewhere else. Now, the Louis Vuitton Capucines, which would be the classic type elegant looking bag from the house. I know they've the Speedy and everything, which I've talked about in other videos, but if we're going for these type of classic elegant type bags, I think it would probably be the Capucines. There are a lot of versions of the Capucines in the bigger sizes that I'm probably not going to be interested in, if I'm completely honest. They do bring out the Capucines in the mini size, just to show you, but this wouldn't be as classic, I don't think. It's not as usable. This is very much for me a handheld or a night bag if I don't need in and out of it that much. I have videos talking about this being awkward, and I have a video comparing both of these. But if we're looking at the more classic style, it's probably this, which is the BB. You can get bigger ones. This up from the mini is the next smallest. Very easy to use in that it does hold quite a lot, although you will see it has the slit down the middle, which I've talked about lots. The handle doesn't move, so it can be, you know, you do have to move this out of the way, get your things in and out. But this is not the sort of bag that's being bought to be filled with stuff. It's not the sort of bag that's being bought to be taken when you're going to do the grocery shopping and sticking your bananas in there. It's not that type of bag. So for me personally, there's a lot of the bigger size of this that wouldn't work for me. I don't think I would buy another Capucines BB. I have seen one in a beautiful, beautiful colour that I was very tempted to buy, but because it was this size, I didn't think that I needed a second one. This one I think fills all of the occasions or events when I would need a bag like this. Personally, when there is something on them like this, stunning, fabulous piece of art, or it's a fabulous colour, or there's something about it that's striking, I think these are stunning, stunning bags. If you use handheld bags a lot and you use slightly bigger bags, I think these are fabulous. The craftsmanship, how they're made, they're stunning, stunning bags, but they can be quite elegant looking, quite formal looking. Some of them can be a little bit wouldn't stand out in my opinion if they're in certain very, very neutral colours. Now a lot of people love neutrals. I'm the exception, I know that. Not everybody wants this walking about in their hand, but for someone, if you're looking at one of these bags, I think that you probably can get a version that's going to work for you, whatever your choice is, be it from the neutral end to the psychedelic end. I think there's going to be a version. If you're using a handheld bag, these are fab. They are very expensive for what they are, but the craftsmanship is fabulous. I took this when I was going to London for the fashion show. I took this about London for me each day, or with me, sorry, each day, and I carried it handheld, and I loved it. I felt special. It felt a moment. These I think are fab. Not the easiest to use in and out, but I don't think you're buying one of these, as I said, we throwing things in and out of. I love this bag, but I don't think I would buy another one. I think one that speaks to me is enough. Over to Fendi and Dale's favourite brand. I love her. I've picked this one, which is maybe a bit unfair because the fact that she is the purple sequined rain baguette, I call this bag my Dale bag. I think that cheats a little bit because she's so fabulous. The fact that she's associated with Sex and the City, which I am a child of the 80s, so I grew up whenever Sex and the City was huge and big, and I loved it, and I wanted this bag because it's so iconic. Taking that aside though, I use this bag quite a lot and I've really enjoyed using this bag. I use this bag a lot more than this one. This is the one I would have thought I would have used the most because it's multicolour and that's generally where I love. But this one just is special. The Fendi Baguette I think is having a moment. They recently had their anniversary edition. They brought out all of those beautiful limited editions. I think the Fendi Baguette is a fabulous, fabulous bag. The other classic from the Fendi line is probably the Peekaboo. I don't have one of those. The reason I don't have one of the Peekaboos yet anyway is I think they're very similar to the Capucines. I think they probably fill the same type of role as this. Dale has both, so obviously they can both work, but I think they remind me of this. If there was one that came out in a colour that I couldn't get past, I wouldn't rule out adding one of those as well. I love the thick Fendi straps you can get. I think that really changes the look of the Peekaboo, and if I was going to get one, that's probably the look that I would be going for. But if we talk about the Baguette, I think it's a fabulous, fabulous bag. What I will say about this, which is the medium sort of size, is that the straps that they come with are not fabulous for crossbody. You can add this part onto them and make it a bit longer, but they're not great for it. To be honest though, every time I use these baguettes, it's generally handheld, and I would be a crossbody lover. I find these are great handheld. I think that's probably where they're at their best. The mini version, not the tiny, tiny little one, but the mini version of the Baguette has a better chain length or strap length for crossbody. I would like a mini one. I wouldn't rule one of those out if I could get one in either a sequence or a colour or a print or a fabric, which I thought was fabulous. I wouldn't rule out a mini as well. This one, when you wear it crossbody, can look a little bit big. It can look a little bit bulky. The mini would be a way to get around that, so add another bag into your collection, Amelia. But I personally think the Baguette is a fabulous bag. I do think it's having a moment. I think it's definitely having a resurgence. I think it's a very hot bag at the minute. Probably easier to show you the inside of this one if we're talking about what they're like to use. They're not huge, but they're going to fit enough, I think, for me, for my daily essentials, as long as I'm not going to work. And I do think they're a fabulous, fabulous bag. Add to the amount of colours, fabrics, prints they bring out in this. Oh, there's one for everybody. And the final one of the classics we're going to talk about today is the Lady Dior. I, for a very long time, said I would not buy the Lady Dior. The Lady Dior was not a bag for me. It was too elegant, it was too classic, it was too formal looking. It just didn't work for me, and boy did I eat my words. That was true up until they started bringing them out that looked like this. Up until they started bringing them out in fabulous colours, with the iridescence on here, in different prints, in bright, bright colours, in the rainbow colours. They have them in this pink, they have yellow, they have purple, they have orange, they have nanos, they have minis. That just for me made these that much more relatable to me and that much more usable. Before they brought them out in these collections, yes, I did think they were very classic and elegant, and I didn't think they were for me, and I thought I would never ever buy one. I thought my money was safe. Now that these versions are there, ooh, now I'm at risk. I've seen the Dior that's coming out for spring summer 2023, the colours. I'm in trouble. Let's just put it like that. I now think that these bags are stunning whenever you find a version that works for you. When I am just holding this, today I have a sweatshirt and jeans on. If I was just holding this beside this, this is enough. It's fabulous. It steals the show. It's so eye-catching and iconic. And what I love about it is you are adding that historical Princess Diana classic type handbag with a much more modern twist and fun twist that works for someone like me who is not a classic lover. Obviously, if you like the classics and you like the neutrals, the classic colours and the neutrals are going to work for you. They now have made it work for everybody, I think. Whenever I have this, Deal was the same when she got her wicker version. They're bringing these out in versions that suit people that don't particularly want classics. I think this is fabulous. I think the colours in them, wow. One thing I will say when you're using it, this is a little bit annoying. So you have this flap, I think the older ones had a zip, but you have this flap which you have to obviously get the handles out of the way, then you have to lift the flap out of the way, and then you get in and out of it to get your stuff. And mine is the suede lined one. What I will say though is she is so beautiful. That doesn't annoy me enough to put me off her. It doesn't make me think I'm not going to use her. Doesn't make me think I shouldn't have bought her. I think she is one of the most stunning bags in my collection. When you even look at the strap, even the hardware on the strap has the iridescent nature to it. And again, a bag I thought I would wear crossbody a lot. I have worn it crossbody, but I generally hand hold this bag more because just like that, she is a moment. So those are my views on the top 5 classic iconic type handbags from the 5 houses, and I hope this has been really helpful for you. This is a video giving the views of someone who wouldn't be traditionally classic and iconic and neutral. This would be someone who loves a bit of this colour, fabric, in your face, and how certain versions of these bags can work for me, and I hope that's been informative. If it has, please do consider giving this a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing if you like this type of content. I will leave for you in the description box the details of those NUME hair tools. You can see my hair. I think that does the talking. It's really, really worked for me. I will leave you the link and I will leave you the discount code. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care and I will see you again in the next one.